Well, hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Abbas. I am the Venture Builder Manager at Masood Entrepreneurship Center here in University of Manchester. In this video, I will share with you more details about the Venture Builder program, which is a newly established program here in University of Manchester. We will deep dive into the program overview, the structure of the program, why this program has been created in the first place, and who is eligible to apply for this program. So, without any further ado, let's dive in. So, before starting talking about the program itself, let me ask you this question. What's the leading cause for the startup failure? When I ask this question, usually I receive the answer of the funding is one of the most pressing problem that founders face, or I don't have the right team, which is both are really valid reasons for the startup failure. However, the main reason for the startup failure is not neither of those. It's basically there is no market need. And it's a search done by startup.com that shows that 42% of the failures happen because there is no market need. But what does that mean really? That means people are building products, people are building services that there is no need for it in the market. And that happens because people usually build the product or service without talking to customers. They build the full functional product without even start having this conversation in the market. Or if they have the conversation with the customer, they don't have it in the enough depth level to understand if there is a real need for this solution or they are working on. So for this reason, we have started the Venture Builder program. The Venture Builder program aims to helping you solving this problem by making this program very hands-on. Mainly, why we started this is we want you to take the ideas out of your mind and put it in actions. You have been sitting like in multiple lectures, attending and understanding about like a startup, how they're working, knowing the theory behind how the startup works. But in this program, we want you to take actions. We want you to do rather than just listen or like sitting in a lecture, listening to someone who's telling you about their expertise. Rather than that, we want you to do or act. So you will go and talk to customer, find information and insight, come back, that will inform your decision and then continue working on this. So that's the main thing behind the Venture Builder program. Also, usually people are attending a workshop about startups or like attending like 2 or 3 hours session that happens and that's nice and that gives you some information. However, what we notice and we always see that people are need like a step-by-step guide, someone who can guide them through all the process because like starting a business will have lots of like hassle around it. You need to take care of the marketing, promotion, and operation, legal, lots of stuff that you need to consider while you're building your business. So what we're trying to do here is give you a structured approach that we share with you a step by step and guide you how you will solve this. And to help you on this, we have an expert mentors who have been in this exact same process before, and they will guide you through the full process inside the program. And to make this program more real life experience, we make sure like we use methodology that are used in this used in this kind of like in the startup world, which is the agile methodology and lean startup methodology. Also, one more critical thing for us, or why we started the Venture Builder, is about we need to set the right mindset before starting a business. And the right mindset to start a business is basically having this growth mindset. You need to be embracing failure and mistakes that could happen through the way. Failure is part of this process. You might fail once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, until you find the right product market fit, until you find the right customer segments, until you find that the features that are people keen to pay money for. So that's the kind of mindset that we need to embrace and like to have inside the program is to be accepting that those failure is part of the process, as part of the of having to reach out to the product market fit or having a successful business. And at the same time, you need to have the practical skills. You need to be like a person who can go and get things done. That's what the main thing for us, and that's what the main thing that we will build inside this program. And talking about the practical skills, one area we always like have been like inquire people about, which is how about AI? How can we help? How can we leverage and use AI really? Is it a supportive tool or is it now an integral part of your venture? And to answer this question, I found recently an interesting article that talking about the Y Combinator, which is one of the best accelerator in the world, or if not the best really, that in this year in 2025, quarter of their current cohort having almost entirely AI generated code base. That means is that 25% of those businesses having like the main source of like income, which is the code base, are AI generated, and that's huge really. and we are in 2025, and 25% of those businesses are doing that. The rest definitely using AI. So that's why this is one of the main things that we will make sure, like you will be using during the program, which is how you can leverage AI in the marketing, in the operation, and automating, in using, in building AI agents, how this can help you in boosting up and speeding up the process of building your own venture. So what's the structure of the program right now? So let me tell you about the structure a little bit. So as I said, the program is hands-on. So you will not just sit there and listen to someone who can tell you about like, okay, this is how you do a business model, or this is how you will build a go-to-market strategy. Rather than that, what we will do is we will share with you the main insights about like, this is business model. Let's go and do it. And you will have someone who will be with you to challenge these ideas. So the facilitator will be around, mentors will be around to help you on challenging your current ideas. Because usually what we notice that people fall in love with a solution or fall in love with the ideas that they're working on, which sometimes not like hindering them from seeing the gaps or the challenge that they might face when they start working their ideas. So we're here to help you on challenging your thought, challenging your solutions to find the best out of it and to get the best out of your out of your team and out of the work you're working on. Now, the VB will be like on 12 weeks, in this in 2025 we will end like in this cohort we will start in April and we will end it up in June, and that will accumulate it with like a demo day happening in 2nd of July. This is for the current cohort. The structure will be like this. We started with 2 day sprints. Those 2 day sprint is like a full day, so from 9 to 5 for 2 days, setting up the base for all the work that will be done during the program. And then we will have a weekly session. In this weekly session, we will share one blocks of your business, start working on it, and then give you some tasks to go work on it. Come back the next week with the insights, and then let's build the second block. So what we'll try to do is like every week we are building one of the blocks for your business. At the same time, to make sure like this program are offering you with the best support that you needed, which is the one-to-one mentorship. So during this, with the weekly sessions happening, you will have a mentor that will help you and guide you through the process and telling you about what's the best direction or like how they can like guide you through that process. At the same time, we will have an online community where you will meet with like your peers and your mentors, and you can exchange experience based on what you found and like based on the result and the insights that you get from the market. So sharing these insights between your peers and between like your colleagues, that will be another way for learning during the program. And as I said, Lean Startup and Agile methodology is the main thing for us in this program because we want to make this experience as real as possible and to give you the sense of how the startup are dealing or working in the market and in the startup environment. So that's why we have the Lean Startup and Agile methodology approach. So what we will do during this program is you will go through this cycle multiple times. So you will have multiple iteration of build, measure, learn, and we will use the sprint or agile methodology here. So every week you will have like a task or like a backlog of tasks that we need to do. Go work on it, come back with insights. Let's see what needs to be done next. So this iterative cycle will happen onwards every week inside the program to make sure like this is real life experience really for you. Now, who is the target audience for this program? So it's for University of Manchester students, undergraduate, postgraduate thought, postgraduate research, or if you're a recent graduate in the last 2 years, then you're welcome to apply. What we need from you, we need you to have an idea, but not the idea alone that you just came up with an idea and you said, oh, that'll be interesting to follow, and you continue working on it. Rather than that, we want you to show us that you have done a background research. You really understand what's the problem and how this could be solved. We want someone who are really having the willingness to build things up, because I don't want you just to come and sit and listen to someone to tell you about like, oh, that will be an interesting idea. You can do this, you can do that. But rather than that, go and build, talk to customer, find their insights, come back. At the same time, you need to have like a commitment of 10 to 15 hours a week, because we have like 3 hour session every week, but the rest of the time you will be working on this idea. And as we said, like about the community, you need to engage with your peers, with mentors, because that's part of the experience itself. So that's it from my side. As I said, the best way to start it really is just rather than talking, just we need to start building things up. So if you are really interested on starting your own business and you're looking to have like a hands-on experience, this is the right program for you. And if you have any question, please feel free to reach out to us in the email below, venturebuilder@manchester.ac.uk. I hope that video give you all the insights you need, and all the best with your application.